Hey everybody, Mark MacDonald from 8-4 here at KONAMI headquarters in Tokyo, Japan, home of Kojima Productions. Now, when you think of Kojima Productions, of course you think of great games like the Metal Gear Solid franchise, but especially this time of year, you also think of E3. You think of big E3 announcements, big E3 trailers, big E3 surprises. It's basically a Koji Pro tradition. Which is exactly why, when we found out that the man himself, Hideo Kojima, would not be coming to this year's E3 show in LA, we had to find out why. Thankfully, miraculously, he actually agreed to meet with us to talk about it. It's him. Hey, see ya. All right, my man. Bam!
Kept you waiting, huh?
All right, Kojima, cut the crap. What's up with E3? Why aren't you going?
Okay, let's talk about it somewhere else.
Okay.
Gaudi.
Yes, Hideo.
Kojima Productions, 0824.
Understood.
Gaudi, open up.
Understood. Hideo, oxygen partial pressure elevation commencing now. Unknown human presence detected.
Hey Mark, we need your full name that way.
Okay. Marcus Aurelius Foxworthy Goldblum Jesus McClure MacDonald III.
Marcus Aurelius Foxworthy Goldblum Jesus McLaurin McDonald III. Confirmed. Releasing security enforcement. Partial pressure adjustment complete. Doors opening. Welcome, Mark MacDonald.
All right, let's go in. Mark, this is our top secret research floor. It's pumped with concentrated oxygen 24 hours a day.
And no windows at all. Even though we're on, what, the 40th floor, 50th floor?
No, we're not above ground. We're 100 floors below ground.
Confirming carbon dioxide increase. Adjusting room temperature.
All right, Mark, this way.
Okay, so what's this new gaming lifestyle that you mentioned earlier all about?
Well, first of all, I think you should take a look at this video. Gaudi, play the trailer.
Adjusting lights to movie viewing mode. Hideo, shall I prepare some popcorn?
No thanks, just the trailer here.
Who are you guys?
Here. Does this help? Oh. We're from a rival game company.
We heard Kojima Productions was working on something big for this year's E3.
And we want to know what that is.
Oh, I'm just a janitor.
You have to know something. What's it gonna be? Metal Gear Solid 5?
Zone of the Enders 3? We're gonna make you crack!
Yeah. Is it gonna be Snatcher 2 for Connect?
Bog Tie 4 for the sake... What is it?
No, I don't know anything. I'm just a janitor.
Ah, tough guy.
We're gonna have to bring in Psycho Turkey.
Psycho Turkey?
What's in that pretty little head of yours?
Yes, he's reading his mind. How does that work? Nano machines.
I'm getting something.
Transfarring. What?
The past. Taking the console experience outside. A sadness. Excuse me, please. Trying to game here? Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game right now. I'm trying to get away from the Shagohod, and I can't because there's too much glare. I know I'm out of ammo. Continuing your progress on the go. A misery. God, this is really inconvenient.
You have to take that out, please.
I think I've almost beat it.
You guys are here.
What's going on?
The cops, right?
Man, I wish I knew a more convenient way to play video games outside. The way things were. Until now. Transfarring. What? Transfarring? Kojima's brilliant new plan to unite console and portable gaming at last. Bring your save from the PS3 system to your PSP and continue your progress on the go. Seamless! And the first game Transfarring is compatible with is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PS3.
Return to Mother Base.
Going on a trip? Hit Transfarring out and continue your game on the go. Coming back home? Select Transfarring in to bring your game back into the PS3 and play on your big screen. Wow, now I can play anywhere!
Take it out the store. For real.
Peace Walker will be included in the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, along with Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
And the long-awaited Zone of the Enders HD collection. Both Zone of the Enders classic titles in HD.
Don't go back to the Dark Ages.
You guys distracted me and I died. Thank you very much.
Experience Transfarring.
Brilliant. How did he know so much?
だって俺は小島秀夫Yakura!
Oh!
Hideo!
That's him!
I love you,
Totally
man.
is you. Why are you vacuuming?
Wait, there's more!
Really? So disappointed. Those HD collections on the PS4 look amazing. But I have an Xbox 360. I wish I could play.
That's your one!
Nice. You got Mega 64, but so is all that for real?
Yeah, it's real. Transfarring is my new lifestyle idea I created. But to explain the concept, I chose Mega 64. I just love their stuff. I mean, how was it? Did you like it?
Yeah, but it leaves a lot of questions. So, about how does this whole transfarring thing work?
Well, let's take a look here. Transfarring is a word I created that I felt conveyed the concept very well. The core concept behind the transfarring system is the ability to bridge distance and gaming hardware by transferring your game between platforms. Up until now, gamers' lives were divided into playing at home on a console or on a handheld when out. These styles were completely separated. Now with transfarring, you'll be able to take the exact game you played on the console and put it on a handheld to continue playing on the go. Then when you get home, you transfer the game back to your home console. With transfarring, you can play the exact same game 24 hours a day, whether at home or on the go.
Wow, cool. Yeah, it sounds great. I'm still just kind of trying to wrap my head around the whole thing.
Well, in that case, let's go take a look at it in action.
Oh, you've got it right here.
Yeah, it's running. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me give you a lowdown on the Transfarring. This is the Peace Walker menu that everybody knows, but you'll see that there's a new icon added. When data goes from the PS3 out to the PSP, that's called transfarring out. And when you import, that's called transfarring in. Right now, I'm going to send data to Saya's PSP, so that'll be transfarring out. Here's the transfarring menu now. First, select your save data, and then use a USB cable to connect your PS3 to your PSP. Now, we can start transfarring. Oops, a bit of a snag there, but the data's transferring. There we go. And bam, done, in 11 seconds. And that's all the time it takes to export your game.
Oh, what's this transfarring mark?
That mark shows that the transferred data is locked. The data is locked to avoid accidental version conflicts that could occur if you overwrite your PS3 save data while your game is active on the PSP. So there we go, the data has been successfully transferred. So Saya, you said you had a business trip today?
Right.
Well, now you can continue your game on the bullet train or wherever you're heading off to.
Great. So when I come back, what do I have to do?
When you come back, all you gotta do is use transferring in to bring your data back to the PS3. All I gotta do is press OK, and in about 10 seconds, we reach 100% and our game is back on the PS3.
Okay, so this is basically like that PSP remaster program they just announced.
Okay, well first of all, these HD editions are not running on an emulator. They're being optimized and rebuilt specifically for PS3 and Xbox 360. So of course, the user interface, 2D art, and fonts, along with a host of other elements, are all being enhanced and reworked into high resolution to look good in widescreen HD.
The concepts are very similar at this point in time, but my ultimate objective for this system is quite different from what Sony's doing.
And so then what is that ultimate objective of yours?
Okay. Well, what we saw earlier with Peace Walker is only step one. It's just the first phase of my plan for the transfarring system. Right now we're using transfarring to transfer data between PSP and PS3 for Peace Walker. But in my mind, this really is nothing more than the very first step. The next step, step 2, will bring PS2 class games to PS3 and NGP and allow transfarring between those platforms. That's step 2. However, my ultimate objective comes after that. Step 3 is to create all new PS3 class games that we use transfarring between PS3 and NGP. So you'll be able to take advantage of transfarring on day one when we release a new PS3 game. That's it.
Okay, so all these games are going to be transfarring enabled. That means we're going to see PS3 HD versions for all of them.
That's right. Transfarring only makes sense if you have a nice HD version to work with. Then with transfarring, we can achieve that new gaming lifestyle I mentioned before.
So, and then this is what you were talking about last year when you started mentioning this cloud era that you wanted to take the series into, where Metal Gear players would be able to play each other anywhere, anytime. Is that right? Okay, so on to the HD collections. What can you tell us about those?
Okay, well here we go right here. The Metal Gear Solid HD collection that everyone's been waiting for. The release will be in November 2011, and the collection comes with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, and also Peace Walker in HD. It'll be out for both the 360 and PS3. As you can see, here's the transfarring logo on the PS3 packaging, which means this version will support transfarring.
Very cool, very nice. But talking about PS2 games, there's another game a lot of people are asking about. What about our boy Tahuti over here?
Shall I put on some music?
Yes, please do. Okay, and moving on. Yes, Mark. The Zoe series will also be released as an HD collection. It will include Zoe 1 and 2. It'll be out for the 360 and PS3 in 2012. The PS3 packaging has the transfarring logo, so of course it will be transfarring enabled.
And so, Hideo, but the fact that you're not going to be at E3 doesn't mean that you won't have some games there. Is that right?
Right. I believe you're talking about this, right? This is Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D for the Nintendo 3DS. Our first title for this platform.
Oh, and is there a release date for that?
Yes, winter 2011. So you'll see it out this year. We're featuring the playable for this game on the show floor at both the Nintendo and KONAMI booth at this year's E3. So please, everyone, if you have the chance and you're in LA, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's in 3D! Your head will be spinning!
So I see some of this concept art behind us. You can see Raiden here and then some of the paintings behind us. So I have to ask, what about Metal Gear Solid Rising? Did you have plans to announce anything this E3 on that game?
Well, I know it's a highly anticipated title, but we made the decision not to announce anything at this year's E3 show.
So then I guess it's safe to assume it's not going to come out this year.
There are a lot of rumors on the net right now, but we are targeting to release in 2012 as originally planned.
And so then, but all of this art that we see behind us is all Rising concept art, is that right?
Yes, but just a very small sampling. Oh, hey, what's up, Yoji?
Hi.
Hi. Everybody, art director Yoji Shinkawa.
Yoji Shinkawa here.
You are character and mecha designer on Rising, is that right?
Yes. Up until now, had mostly been drawing concept on my own. However, for this project, we set up a concept art team. The designs are being created as a team with the concepts for mechs, characters, and environments split between the members.
So what can you tell us about the direction you're taking the artwork for this game?
It's an extension of the concepts from MGS 4, but we wanted to take it in a more futuristic and sci-fi direction. That's the concept.
And there's a lot of art here. I see a lot of different stages and enemies and things. How far into the process would you say that you guys are at this point?
Our teamwork is mostly complete. However, we do have one more task that still remains.
Wow, very cool. So while we have you here, do you have any message for the fans out there?
Yes, I do. The Rising project is striving for gameplay and direction that is a slight departure from the MGS series up until now, and I hope everyone will look forward to it. Also, I'm currently working on something new and ever more intriguing, and I hope you will look forward to it as well. Thank you very much.
Great, cool. Thank you very much. Yeah. Hideo, we've seen a lot of games here that you're involved in some respect. Producing on the Rising, the HD collections, all of that. But what about the next proper Hideo Kojima game? Can you tell us something about it? You must be working on something, creating something new.
Of course, I'm actually working on it right now. We're still in the planning phase. We're experimenting with some of the ideas we have, as well as researching, conducting interviews. From there, we take the necessary info we need and move forward. So when it comes to the title, the game system, or any kind of visuals, there's nothing I can really show you at this time.
But you can't. You got to give us something. You got to. The E3 promises, Hideo, everything. This right here in the back of us. There's something right here. What is this? You got to give us something.
Oh man, you saw it? Okay, I can't say much about the title we're working on, but I can talk about this engine we're developing. The engine for my new game. It's displayed on the screen behind you. How about I talk a little about that? Well, this engine we call the Fox engine. It's a Kojima Productions original engine. Up until now, we have been developing games exclusively for specific platforms. But in the future, we look to go more global. And we are paving the road to go multi-platform for future titles. Of course, the dev tools are included, so hopefully we can push out great games with shorter development time. Currently, it looks like this. We started to create this engine shortly after we finished up MGS4, and continued to develop it alongside Peace Walker. We've made it this far, and now it's time to utilize this tool for my upcoming unannounced game, and of course brush it up while we use it. And in the future, I hope to make this engine the best in the world. Our engine, Kojima Productions engine, this is the Fox engine. It's multi-platform, Mark. But let's go with this one.
So this is a game though, right?
Right. This is a game. Our designers and artists are using the engine and its tools to work in assets at the time, experimenting here and there. But it's not necessarily for my next game. They're just placing items in the stage for purpose of research.
Well, so when do you think you'll be showing us more about this? What more can you tell us about it?
Well, I really can't say much about when. But my next game, my next project to utilize this new engine will be a multi-platform game and will be Transfarring enabled for a global audience.
Okay, so Hideo, before we go, is there any final message you'd like to give to all the people out there watching?
Well, yes, I do. This year will be a year of preparations for Kojima Productions. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to make it to E3 this year. But this year, we have Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D for the Nintendo 3DS and the HD collection coming to Xbox 360 and the PS3 to look forward to. And in 2012, we have Rising and maybe others to represent the Kojima Productions brand. I plan on going to E3 next year, so until then, thank you for watching and see you at E3 2012. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for your time here today, and thank you all the fans out there for watching, and until next E3, I guess.
Yep. See you next year.
Bye-bye.